Disclaimer: this video is educational in nature and is not financial advice. Trading involves risks and do your own research before making decisions. Stop getting lost in theory and putting it off for later. If you want to understand how to start working confidently in the market and avoid common mistakes at the start, you need a clear system, not just inspiration. My name is Evelyn. I have been studying trading and trading for 10 years, and I understand very well the difficulties that beginners face. Uncertainty, fear of making mistakes, chaos of information. All this I went through on my own. But it's through practice and the consistent approach developed through years of experience that I've been able to align myself with the market and achieve stability, especially in 2024, when many are struggling. Now, I want to show you a concrete strategy. No unnecessary words, no complicated terms or water, just rigorous steps that you can put into practice. This video is not for those who will just watch at their leisure. It's for those who would like to understand and see what conscious trading looks like. Watch to the end and you'll be able to see that a systematic approach is far more effective than guesswork or random action. Ready to get started? Then let's move on. One quick stop before we continue. I want to invite you to the place where real change becomes possible, my community. It's not just a chat room or a channel. It's a space where I analyze the market in real time, showing you what steps I'm taking and what I'm paying attention to. And what is especially interesting is that you have the opportunity to take my experience built up over 10 years of practice and apply it in your own work. I personally support the participants, answering questions, explaining nuances, and helping them move forward. Everything is open, accessible, and without being overloaded with complicated theory. And now you can join for free. Access is open, but you should remember that I try to pay attention to each newcomer, so the number of places is limited. If you want to become part of the community, just follow the link in the attached comment. Don't put off making changes until later. Sometimes all it takes is one simple step to start moving towards your goals. Now, let's get to the session itself. Go for it. Okay, friends, here comes my favorite part. We start with 25. Now we're going to pick pairs. Okay, ready to go. Let's move on to the analysis tool. I'm going to use the MACD because it helps determine the general direction of the move and potential points where things might change. Now I'm going to adjust the colors of the lines to make it easier to see. I can't wait to get started. Let's go. So let's look at the first pair. I see a certain price value, and before it, there was a horizontal movement. This can often indicate a possible overcoming of this value and further upward movement. The analysis tool shows an upward direction, and the current value closed at this level with a small deviation. Taking into account all these factors, I expect a breakdown of the level and further upward movement. Watching. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I see a certain value. The value has approached this market several times without significant returns and pulled back each time. I assume that the next approach will be a retracement as activity has increased and is ready to move on. The analysis tool confirms this, showing a possible upward reversal. Let's keep going, folks. Stop here. I see a level the price approached with momentum. This can often indicate a possible retracement or temporary crossover. The level is not showing much activity, so I decide to go for a bounce down. I like it, but don't relax. So let's see what's here. I see some value. The indicator approached this value gradually, without sudden movements, with small returns. This may indicate a preparation for overcoming. The analysis tool shows an upward direction, and after a small move away from this value, I assume an upward movement. Alright, let's keep going. Figuring out chart movements is not an innate ability, but a learned skill. And if you want to understand market regularities, refuse from random attempts to predict, you need a systematic approach and experience of those who have already passed this way. That is why I created my community, where I daily analyze real situations with participants. What is happening, why it is significant, and most importantly, how to take well-considered steps. No theoretical reasoning without practice. Only practical application of knowledge and clear actions. When you learn something together with an experienced person, the learning process goes faster. You save time on self-discovery and mistakes, avoid uncertainty. You immediately see the practical application of knowledge and start following it. And yes, those who joined recently already in the first days notice improvements in trading, because there is no unnecessary information here, only actionable steps and support. Want to move from observation to active learning? Then follow the link in the first attached comment and join the community. The opportunity is already there for you. Just get started. Now, let's get on with it. The value returned to the previous mark after initially moving away from it. After the indicator fixed beyond this mark, I assume a further upward movement. Moving on, folks. Okay, let's take a look at our pairs. No, back to this one. After overcoming, I see that the indicator has stopped near a certain value and is not moving further yet. I pay attention to the analysis tool and notice that its elements start to decrease, despite the upward movement. This may indicate a possible trend change. I assume that the indicator will return beyond this value, suggesting a downward movement. Nice to see my strategy working. Keep the momentum going. So let's see. The general direction of movement is upwards, with intermediate values being overcome. After a quick rise, the indicator stopped for a while and then continued upward, overcoming the previous value. Now we see a similar situation with a new stop, and I assume that the current value will be passed. The analysis tool also points to a possible continuation of the upside as its direction. Okay, working. No longer surprising, let's keep going. As I said, the price returned behind the level, the analysis tool turned downward. Now the indicator returns to the previous value and lingers above it. After the return, I expect a bounce back down. Alright, let's work with it now. So, now the indicator is fluctuating in a certain range. And in such situations, it often makes sense to watch the boundaries of this range. The indicator is now near the lower boundary, and I'm assuming an upward movement, expecting further change to be directed upward. Take a look at what we have. It is important to be able to analyze quickly and act immediately, which is what I have now demonstrated. So you've seen a practical application of my strategy. If you are ready to learn more about my approach and stop relying on randomness in your analysis, it might be time to join our community. Here you'll find detailed breakdowns, practical examples of how to use the strategies, and my support as you learn. Many members are already familiarizing themselves with these strategies and have seen improvements in their understanding of the market. Perhaps this will be an important step forward for you as well. Joining the community is now open, and I am personally helping those who are just beginning to familiarize themselves with my method. Places are limited as I aim to give enough attention to everyone. So if you'd like to learn more and start this journey with us, follow the link in the pinned comment. Thank you for finishing this video. I look forward to seeing you in the community where we explore trading together. See you soon.